Apple getting a lot of buzz today after the company unveiled its highly anticipated iPhone 10. Among the highlights, the phone doesn't have a home button. Instead, it unlocks with facial recognition technology. It has a 2.7 million pixel display, the highest resolution ever for an iPhone. It also has an extra 2 hours of battery life and charges wirelessly. The price tag, $999, basically $1,000, so it's not cheap. Let's bring in Todd Haselton, technology product editor at CNBC.com. Todd, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Let's first of all talk about the share price reaction, because yesterday Apple stock initially was enjoying the news of various unveils yesterday. By the end of the day, it was down. What's the reason for that?
I think the reason was Apple all of a sudden said, hey, we're not actually shipping this until November. You can order it in October. And everybody's like, what? The iPhone's always available in September. And that's what a lot of people, at least consumers, are thinking. There were some early warning signs from analysts saying, look, it's going to be delayed. There's a lot of issues with manufacturing related to the display or lack of home button and stuff like that. And we still don't have an answer on exactly what's causing the delay, but it seems that they're not able to build enough units.
And then just compare it to us, for us, to the top Samsung phone. Where does it stand out and where does it still lag behind?
Apple likes to say that this has the fastest processor on the market. I can't really say that yet. I haven't played with it. But Apple and Samsung have been neck and neck for a long time now. Apple mostly playing catch-up. So wireless charging already available on Samsung phones. You have other features like water resistance that made the debut in the iPhone 7. Also Samsung phones. Big screens, the big brighter new screen on the iPhone 10. That's OLED panels. Samsung's been using those for years now. So Samsung's ahead of the game. But here's the thing. People want Apple's products. They want the ecosystem. People aren't just going to walk away and say, oh, I'm going to buy Samsung because you're invested in the Apple TV, you're invested in your iPad, your Mac, iTunes, music, stuff like that.
You're in the
Apps.
ecosystem. And that's why a lot of people say that even because of the shipment delay, people will wait out for the Apple iPhone X. But speaking of the other device, the Apple Watch, what did you make of the upgrade there? Because we know so far the watch hasn't been a big revenue driver for Apple.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in the Apple Watch. I have the Series 2, which is the model that launched last year. This year, the big upgrade, the reason you would want to buy it is for LTE connectivity. You to place phone calls, receive messages, even when you're not near your iPhone. So say you're out for a run or you're surfing, which Apple was talking about yesterday, you can still receive phone calls. The thing is, that's going to cost you an extra $10 a month through a carrier or $120 a year on top of actually buying the watch. And for me, that's not a compelling case. And I didn't see any real reason to buy the non-LTE model, the new Series 3, that doesn't have that connectivity.
What incarnation of the Apple Watch are we on now? And how many incarnations of the iPhone did it take before we saw this extraordinary widespread adoption of that and other smartphones?
This is the third Apple Watch available, although last year they did a minor upgrade to the first one and continued selling it. And they're going to continue selling the Series 1 this year, too, for a more affordable price. I think we started to see iPhone sales really take off after the exclusive with AT&T, Singular at the time, was disbanded and all the carriers picked it up and everybody could buy the phone. Also, when they added 3GS at the time, the Model 3GS was the new faster 3G connectivity. And speaking of that, and when we're comparing to Samsung, Apple didn't really talk about Gigabit LTE networks, which are the faster networks coming out this year. Samsung's phones support that. It doesn't look like Apple does yet.